traveled to the United States to seek reorganization of its staggering debt burden. They arrived in March 1921, shortly after President Harding had taken office. The United States Congress had suspended all foreign credit and extension of foreign loans, even though the State Department was sympathetic to the request from the Liberian delegation. Negotiations dragged on until October 1927 by Thomas J.R. Faulkner. According to an official statement, King received 234,000 votes. However, Liberia had 15,000 registered voters at the time. Thus, King won the dubious achievement of being listed in the Guinness Book of Records for the most fraudulent election reported in history.
I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
People, he said, when I die, I have a request. Please put my hands outside of the coffin. People, he said, when I die, I have one request. Please put my hands outside of the coffin. You remember that? Yad Haven? He said, please put my hands outside when you are taking me to the grave. And they asked him, why? Why you want your hands outside? He said, I want the world to know that even though I'm Sikandar, Alexander the Great, I leave this world with nothing. I had everything in this world, but I'm going to my grave with nothing, empty hands, just as I came. It is a lesson to tell us, don't think you have become too pious to walk over brothers and sisters. Don't think you got the biggest house that you could laugh at those who got smaller houses. Don't think you got the better car that you could look down on those with a cheaper car. Don't think you got a better clothing that you could look down on those who got lesser quality clothing. Don't think you got a bigger degree and education and an LLB after your name or an ASS after your name and you're better than everybody else. Don't think so, please. Sikandar wanted the world to know.
Your pride, your dignity, even your resources, just anywhere we go. You think can become the light. You think can become the light of Africa. You think can become the light. You think can become the light of Africa. You show you the fruit of your land.
How many of you eating the fruits of your land? Hey, let me ask you this question. How many of you are eating the fruit of your land? So, good afternoon to you, State of the Nation, midweek edition. Liberia, your time will arise, or your time will arrive. This is the time. When is this time coming now? At 177 years. Good afternoon to you, State of the Nation. Calabar, CFI, and Finda. The both of us will be here taking you up to 5:30. 5 o'clock, sorry. Hey, I'm increasing the time already. We are getting weary of the 2.5 hours. Now we are at additional 30 minutes. Don't worry, even though we got abundance of air time, good afternoon to you.
2 hours, 30 minutes. Ah.
Okay, so yes, good afternoon to you, Magdalene. How are you?
Why you call me Magdalene for?
Magdalene, good afternoon to you.
Why you calling me Magdalene? You don't know I won't accept.
Finda.
You call it either you call me Maggie or Finna. That's what I'm used to.
I don't call your full name.
No.
Magdalene.
Except you ready to write a check to me. That's when.
Okay, Maggie, how are you?
I'm fine.
You good?
Yes, I'm good. Trying to be good. It's good to be back. It's good to be back this afternoon. Yeah, it's good to be back.
Yeah, it's always good to be back.
Yeah, man.
It's always good to be back.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
What's popping up today?
Well.
Tell me.
Tell you?
Yeah, tell me.
I'm going to tell you, please.
I mean, on the show.
Invade my privacy.
Is that your privacy on the show?
Why you be? I'll tell you what.
What's popping up on the show today?
What's popping up? Oh,
yes.
No, we have a lot. We have a lot on our table today, and we're going to be discussing a lot of things. Trending national issues from an unbiased. Speaking from an unbiased.
Oh, well, how you want?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm just trying to bring an intro of a show that also present. It talks about different issues as well, and then we say for an unbiased and biblical. But I mean, this we cannot say biblical perspective, right? Yeah. So, but unbiased perspective. So it's gonna be back again. Yeah, really excited to be back. And well, I had an experience today. I got ticket.
Okay.
You asking me what is a
ticket for what?
I got ticket. Yeah, but the police gave me ticket today.
Oh.
So, and then Preset tells me that by the day they put break your way today, but I had an engagement, and you just hearing it, right? That's why I
just hearing it.
Yeah, but it wasn't really, but we handle it. Yeah, we handle it. But just to tell you that, one is involved in law, and I respect you, job. Just know ourselves too. Whatever we see, whatever that supposed to be reported, we will do it, and that's the kind of country we want to see. That's what we are all yearning for. So I don't see it to be like So we're actually finding our way to the capital because we had an engagement with the chair on the WASH caucus, Honorable Thomas. Honorable Thomas Goshua, right? Goshua, yeah, Goshua. So I was called by the folks from the legislative WASH caucus. Yes, my colleagues. So we were all finding our way to go there to form part of the press conference. So yes, so it was wonderful, and yes, yes, yeah, yeah, we are nowhere above the law, and I respect them. I respect you as well, and well, that is it. And we'll continue to push for the best for Liberia, and we hope that Liberia becomes the very best version since 1822. We know that it's not going to take just a period of time. It takes time, but we should all be very intentional about what we want, be very serious about what we want, and it's not going to happen overnight. I said this times without numbers during the past administration when I was on the show. I mean, we spent like 4 years, right? From 2020.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
4 years now.
yeah, 4 years. I mean, into the last administration.
Mhm.
And yeah, so that is it. And we knew very well um, the past government had plans, and some of their plans were real. Some of them were unrealistic because yes, I mean sometimes you say, oh, I will do this one, I will do this one, and we know very well some of those plans were actually unrealistic. Some of them were real, and they could be achieved in 6 years, but sometimes the people you work with, sometimes they are very disappointing at times, and sometimes you yourself try to slack along the way. But well, Liberians have spoken, and we move. So yeah, we are in this administration. Yes, no one is going to make my head big and say, oh yes, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and then I just, yeah, but I'll always leave space and say yes. Speaking is a human who works along with you know fellow humans, and you will definitely make mistakes. You are not a demigod. You are not um you are not like, I mean, you're a perfect being. Yes, mistakes will happen. People will disappoint you. You yourself will disappoint. I'm not speaking directly to the president. I'm speaking to all those who are in government, who are in a public space. Yes, you are a director. Well, you are a minister. You are a lawmaker. You are a president, vice president. I mean, any other position for that matter. Yeah, you will always work along with people, and sometimes you will make mistakes and stuff like that. So we shouldn't see ourselves like mistakes are not going to happen. They are definitely going to happen, and those mistakes might come from people that we've entrusted with a lot of important stuff, activities. So yeah, yeah, we are, and we are hoping for the best because we sat here, we were all into the campaign activities. We heard a lot of things. I was coming yesterday and I listened to you play the interview with Amos Stewart, the now managing director of the uh, LPRC.
No, I was not the one
Oh,
who
you were not the
played.
one?
No,
Okay,
the
okay.
person who was taking control played before I took over.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it was the last time you did. So, oh well, yes. These are all, um, these are all interviews we had, and everybody was like, "Yes, we want to get there. We want this. We were into it. The campaign and everything. We listened. We got recordings. So we are looking up to you to implement what you have said. We know that all will not be implemented. To be realistic, all not going to be implemented. Yeah, but we want you to be on top of the game, Chief.
Okay, thank you so
When
much.
did you reach home last night?
Well,
You went earlier. I expected you to have been home by 7:50.
I made several stoppages along the way. I had to.
Yes,
The last
I
one.
called at the house and they said you were not home around 12.
Oh, okay. Today is the breaking of Ramadan, and the Morovia is all quite up, lights up, people celebrating, and is the end of Ramadan 2024. Our Muslim brothers and sisters, let's hear what is Imam Sheikh Mozart Talib had to say today across the world.
From the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You think the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam wasn't sad when his uncle was tortured and killed and mutilated? You think that he wasn't upset when his cousin Ja'far ibn Abi Talib he was killed? You don't think that he was upset with all the companions that died in his time? He buried his children alive in his time. He buried some of his wives when he was alive, but he continued his life. He continued his joyful to teach the world. Yes, there is a time to be sad, and there is a time to be joyful. We have to make it a joyful day for our children. If you want to be sad, make sure that your children will have the best Eid, inshallah. Make sure that they will not forget today, that the day of Eid, the day of joy. Give them idea, give them gifts, take them out, make them enjoy this day. Remember, brothers and sisters, the best of the days that when we are not sinful, the best of the days when we are truthfully back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Brothers and sisters, finally, do not forget to vote. Today is the voting for the council members. If you are in Saxony, if you are in Murphy, if you are any of these, we have, mashallah, good, mashallah, members of our community. And vote. I'm not going to tell you who to vote for, but do not forget that this is part of your duty as of this country, and even as a Muslim, to choose those who are good for the community.
أرحب بك يا شهر رحمة، أرحب بك يا شهر رمضان، بك أرجي لقاء قرب ربي، بك روحي وقلبي قد صار. رمضان مبارك الذي فيه welcome you, holy man of Ramadan. Welcome you, holy man.
Come on, shower them with gift this afternoon. For a very long time, I haven't eaten tomato soup, exclusive tomato, courtesy of liability, with beef mixed with egg.
You ready? You
Huh?
say your heart began fast.
You say what?
Did I say something?
Oh, say it.
No.
Anyway, cows die many times before their death.
Yes.
Beef. Congratulations to all of you. This is State of the Nation, a platform that has no boundary. It's called Platform Sans Frontier. Come on, it's party time. Let's meet out at various centers. Alcohol-free centers, I mean. Let's party, man. Another year of Ramadan has come to an end, or month has come to an end. When you see my Ramadan gift, man, it's good to respect, it's good to be faithful of your religion and to respect another man's religion. When you see my gift,
Religious tolerance.
yes, religious tolerance. As a matter of fact, our constitution does not give the right to any religion above the other. And in the United States, in Washington, D.C., in the street, it said, Congress shall make no law above making one religion bigger than the other. I just paraphrasing it. It's written in on a big billboard hanging in the middle of DC, going towards Pennsylvania Avenue, headed towards the U.S. Congress. Good afternoon to you. Welcome to another edition of State of the Nation. Too many things to talk about. So today we have our Muslim friends, our brothers and sisters. We hang out today at various areas. And I lost so many friends in Brooklyn because I told them enough is enough with alcohol intake. So many friends, I'm alone now. They all gang up. They eat group. Yeah. When they see me coming, they gossip. Right? Yeah, so but no problem with this. Paul Janje Soma, good afternoon to you. You're there in Broville. How are you? Long time no see, no hear. Hope you good. Paul Janje Soma, the man who won, who is the champion of the West Bank of the Singapore River when it comes to drinking.
That means that
Hold on.
that era your church.
No, wait now.
You talking here.
Wait now.
Because
No, I didn't say when
when
I said when it comes to drinking.
when the leadership call out made for meeting, please.
We got leadership.
Yeah,
Yeah, pastor, yo.
is it a pastor?
The pastor.
Oh,
Amen. The prayer.
oh,
He Bishop
gracious.
Yeah.
Oh, gracious.
He Bishop Conto, yeah, he Bishop Conto's church. He's a deacon, but that bunker can sleep.
What are Martin hands?
No, Martin Pa, he passed back. Martin Pa, what they did for him at the Zion Grove church in Broville. They told him, say we get speaker.
Oh, Lord.
Just sit by the speaker.
So the sound can come out.
Yeah, so the sound can't. So you can't go to sleep.
Oh.
Even if you went to sleep, when you're snoring, when I hear the sound will neutralize it.
Wow.
Right? He snores a lot.
Wow.
He snores. Why they need to go to church? Stay home, take a scripture, read a Bible, read one or two scriptures, look to the heavens, and ask God to lead you to practical life what you just read. Rather than to go into the sanctuary and just stay at the place with snowing. Yeah.
So,
You see? It's not good.
no.
Yeah. No, but frankly speaking, the last time Martin disgraced himself.
Where?
In the church. To Brother Stone? Oh, you don't know that side. Even yesterday, you couldn't relocate U.S. Drive and Gary Street. I told you I need Pinville.
You. If you start
So, good afternoon to you.
You even wait.
No.
You won't bring it to the public.
Hold on.
You ask me
It's Atom Massacre who caused that embarrassment.
You got me wasting gas.
That building was housing the Ministry of Gender before. So we're asking, where is the BSC, Bureau of State Inter? He said the former Gender Ministry.
Yeah, former Gender.
They got two ministries.
Yeah.
And
that particular place you sent me the last time yesterday was is the disaster management. I know that place.
But Gender used to be there. That
Gender used to be there. That was way back.
Way back.
Way
back. Just 7-8 years ago.
That's 7-8 years ago. That's not 2 months ago. You got me riding up and down.
But the problem here, your only problem here is, okay, the direction did not come well. The building, the structure. But you could not embarrassingly locate Gurley and UN Drive.
No, stop. Those cheap out there person. See that? You have princess and Cooper riding.
No, I look.
I was even telling them, I said, no, why you say the gender ministry?
Do you know the building on the right hand side was also housing the Anti-Corruption Commission?
That's not a topic.
No,
do not deviate from what we are discussing. Don't deviate. You send me to the wrong area.
I can't call Musa Benedict 16. How you spend his Ramadan? Where's my phone?
You bring your phone.
Where's my phone?
It's not even charged. Your phone not even charged.
Okay, that is not. Let him tell us.
Let me see.
Let him tell us.
I saw him pray. Honorable American in the yeah, man. Why you brought it up here?
Let the man, that man know.
You and Mr. Adam Masawa got to apologize to me. You got me or I run an error.
And after went to work today, I was passing Capital Bypass.
Stop it.
60 minutes after 6, because I left Broville 5:30. 60 minutes after 6, the man was entering the. I said, but then this man is.
Yeah, let's see what you pick up. Yeah, that is ringing.
You see that? Yeah. A Muslim. We'll talk about religious tolerance. A Muslim man ringing to you. Yeah. Maybe they stay eating it. They say eating the Ramadan food.
No, for Mr. Benedict, I know I respect him a lot for that.
Say eating Ramadan. Yeah, religion. I try to play an audio of him here talking about our religion.
Yeah. Okay, he's calling back. Yeah.
Okay. Which one? Leave it. You are on the radio, Chief. We are having a nice time breaking Ramadan. We just ate 100% tomato soup provided by Lai Benedict. What are you eating today? But I can locate. I got a gift. The last time I called you, they said you were airbound. Yes. Yeah, please come.
Yeah,
please come. For God's sake, please come. But I saw you enter with like a kid. You don't leave it. Chief, congratulations, man. Another month of Ramadan has come to an end, and I want to believe, like I talked to most Muslim cleric, prayer for the nation, prayer for individual Liberians, and prosperity for all of us were key on the table this time around. Congratulations to all of you people.
Thank you.
Okay, so where you?
For the rest of the country, we want to thank you. We pray for every one of you. Pray for a peaceful land. Well, I want to let Liberia know country for what happened. Today, only Liberia is not like.
Yes, I'm just reading that. I'm just reading that on the internet, and that's exactly the reason why we're calling you.
West African nation, half of which are Christian nation, by the way. But today, everybody, we need to just think about it. It's not cool. It's just one of those things we can do to harmonize. You should think about it. This is, for me, it is now a more part of how. It's just trying to get everybody to say, let's recognize after us. Let's celebrate with them. Just as they celebrate us. But it's not something that you have to overnight. Just think about it as we go forward and forward. And hopefully, God will take all our heart to do something in the future.
In 2020, you addressed a group of Muslim brothers and sisters in Bangladesh, just on the outskirts of Wanjama, that's in Kwaduboni district. You were concerned about their apprehension whether or not they should have a Muslim holiday. You were encouraging them to vote more Muslims in the House or in the Senate, where it could even be stronger to push for a Muslim holiday through legislation. Do you stand by this one?
Yeah, I don't regret the statement, but I really understand. This is not about getting more food to do it. Then even if you get it, then you become more up. Yeah. It's just about talking about together to just, understand how we're together. We're mixed up now.
Sure.
Chris, I'm married when I get together. I got married in church. My wife is a Christian. We celebrate Christmas, we celebrate Easter, we celebrate everything. There's no crime in celebrating it. And then the children don't have to go to school or stay home and make their exam, or people who got to go to work and get back their action. I think we think about it. No, it's assuming that you have to stay on the radio, act like you are an advocate, that do it quietly, peacefully, and I'm sure one day it will do it all will be fine.
Okay, yeah. So we hope to get there, and actually, yes, I'm reading on the internet the West Africa holiday, West African country. It is good that you're back, and our second graduation is on the 19th of April. I mean the MBSPJ.
Chief,
We,
when you were 10, at the last time I dropped a communication at your office, but they told me you were not around.
yeah, like 19th April, Friday, right in the compound here, and your colleague. No. Your colleague, fully family of District 7, Bon County, is the guest speaker. He has consented.
Oh no. But I'll be there. Wait a moment.
Okay. Thank you for also Clarence, Honorable Clarence Giard has also consented to grace the occasion to award certificates. Okay. Now good. Now we got it. Thank you so much. Okay, so I got a song here for you, and this song I want you to listen to it. I like the beat. It's done by Hadi Shaban, and this is how it is. This is how it is sung. It's all about celebrating on this Ramadan day, and it's danceable. This is it. Gifted and Safi, Ramadan Mubarak, Holy Records, Ramadan Mubarak, يكون مسلم شهر الذي فيها ينازل القرآن في رمضان مسلم القرآن in this holy month أرحب بك يا شهر الرحمة أرحب بك يا شهر رمضان بك أرجي لقاء قرب ربي بك روحي وقلبي قد صار رمضان مبارك لكل مسلم الذي فيها Welcome you, holy man of Ramadan. Welcome you, holy man of blessings. You are seeking nearness to my creator. You, my soul and heart, has been purified. You know, David Coty, a Seventh-day Adventist Church member, has this song as his ringing tune. He took it from State of the Nation.
Yeah, he said it never gets old.
It never gets old, exactly.
Yeah. My bestie is in love with it.
Yes.
And because of him, I like it too.
I started to observe in at my house.
What? You been there before?
Yes.
I need to see my bestie. My bestie I think he started inviting me now. I got to visit my bestie.
I've never seen it anywhere.
Tell me.
Yeah? I've not seen it anywhere. In the living room, there are 3 smaller chairs, cushions, or couch, and one long one called sofa, right? But he got the 3 one. He got 3 smaller one. He got a sofa and he got a single bed. Yes. So he said he always loved lying down watching a movie. And the screen in that man. I don't know where that man get his money from. I don't know where he gets his money from. Every room has a big screen. And then his bedroom, the master bedroom.
Mhm.
I entered there before. There is a parking lot there. His car makes U-turn in that room. I don't know. I don't know why. And all of these things are vanity. He himself always speak about it.
So what you want to do?
No, man.
I never best to be man. Aha, he calls. Bestie. Enemy of progress. This man is an enemy of progress.
When the man is firm, I can praise him.
Yeah. Oh.
But look what you're talking about me. The last time when a man came and saw my car in my bedroom, you know what he said to me?
No, better that you can't be a barrel.
Oh, yeah. My car, this is my bedroom.
I'm telling you something. He got parking lot. The car can make U-turn in the bedroom.
Do you know that the man said to me,
No.
when he asked me why you did this? I said, well, I just want to bluff. It's in the James Bond, I know how to do these things. You know what the man said to me?
No.
He said, when you make concrete man, you want to go all the way. You can imagine that?
I went to the bedroom.
The Loma Program say if you don't want to kill chicken for your son or your child, don't send them to school. Because when they graduating, you're forced to kill that chicken. So the Koti's story here is he was embarrassed by a landlord in San Nicolas before.
Yes.
Okay.
1976 for 10
Yes.
Okay.
When I enter his house, if I want to criticize him and when I think about that story, I say, well, you deserve it, Mr. Koti.
Okay.
But you don't deserve having bad living room.
Oh, business?
No. This is
It's a single bed. Now, all of the rooms are bed already. I just decided to put a single one here so that I can relax. There's some
What's about the sofa now?
They are there too. It's normal. It's in multiple places.
No.
I just want to be different.
Only you alone has a single bed in your living room.
Nothing wrong with that. And I cry. Use the law. Anyway,
No.
I just want to say thank you for playing that beautiful music for our Muslim brothers. And you people are gifted on our show. You gifted. And I like the way Musa called him to make his points too. And this is one man I admire for two reasons. Number one, you heard what he said. He's a Muslim, but your wife is a Christian.
Yes.
He got married in the church. Can you imagine that?
And his wife is equally, in fact, a prayer warrior.
Can you imagine that? Now, even people who work at RCI, about 90% of them are Muslim, Christians. This kind of man here, my brother. Anyway, we will pray high. But anyway, thank you for the show.
Okay.
But see, it's like you're eating, or like you're breaking fast as well.
Oh, no, not really. I'm looking for one of the places I'm here breaking fast so I can enjoy them.
We just from joining the team here, we ate. No, we come on, breaking fast, oh. And finish. What?
Is that book? No, it's pure tomato. I don't really. The time I used to eat, the time I used to drink together, but I stopped eating too much.
Lord.
Yes.
Thank you for the show.
Thank you, Mr. Cody. Thank you.
That's it.
Bro?
No, how far?
Yeah, man.
How far? The last time you almost made us sick.
Yeah, how far? Yeah, that's you. No. Hold on. Mama, please hold on. Hold on, please. Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Please tell your computer to stop what he's doing. Yeah, that is stop until you finish talking. We don't care about your roof. I told you, you want build house, build it once and for good. You get passion, the thing leaking all over the place. I told you that. Let's hear you now. Let's hear you quickly.
Yes, sir. No, I'm listening to you. You got beautiful houses. I appreciate all of them. Okay.
What you see, it happened to have secular state. But however,
Okay.
I want to live my Muslim brothers.
Okay.
And I pray strongly the work of Honorable Musa Belete will convert him into Christian. And that's my prayer. I want to join in our prayer to pray that he will be converted to Christian.
You see your own problem. I swear, I don't understand. I don't. All right, just go.
Second, they make me ask my wife would be a brother for I don't know how many years.
Your wife lives in America that has no religion as head, as first religion. The first thing, please let your wife use her citizenship to amend the U.S. law. She's citizen. You show me the woman, everything she's citizen. Yeah.
He actually living in glass house and he wants a throw stone. I will give you the whole detail. He got a wife. He has his wife home. He's happily married. She's here in Liberia.
My wife is not emergency. I want first thing. She's a Liberian and will be coming back soon.
Okay, let me sound a caveat to you.
Yeah.
The next time you come on the radio, you question my marital status, I will expose you. Trust me, I will expose you. I will not bite my tongue. I will expose you. Okay.
He's scared.
Okay. The best scared straight.
Oh, he's scared.
Yeah, we're scared.
You know, we got drone oil around the area, you know?
We got best scared.
Yeah.
I just jump in. Keep quiet. Quick. I just jump in. Yeah, so at 4 o'clock this afternoon, we play host to Caroline Padesigbe. She's fresh from Paris. She covered the trial of warlord Kute Kamara, who was adjudged guilty of human rights abuses in the Foya area. She's going to be telling us on the line the composition of the courtroom in Paris and some of the victims, direct victims, were in the court hall, in the courtroom that is in Paris. She's going to be giving us. But between now and there, this information is coming in, and we have to inform you that the second graduation exercises of the Musa Belete School of Professional Journalism is set at March 19.
What?
April 19, 2024, and intercessory, or should I say Thanksgiving, is on the 6th, what, 19?
On the 14th.
14.
Yeah.
14. It's on the 14th. And all of you, the alumni, the students, and the graduating class, all of you are invited.
Yeah, prospective students.
Prospective students. As a matter of fact, registration has begun, and at least people are coming to sign in for the new semester. We've listed a couple of eminent people in the society to have them honored for their respective roles. One, Seattle Scott Johnson. Seattle is the immediate past president of FIJA. Under Seattle's administration at FIJA, FIJA became a household name, a vibrant media civil society organization at the expense of its parent body, PUL, enviably, let me put it that way, enviably. And Seattle, as part of our democratic credentials, organized and executed an election to end her two-term leadership at FIJA, and she deserves to be honored by the MBSPJ. Meloshi Robert is the station manager of Puma FM in Bumi County. Meloshi, I, your humble servant, recruited him to file in for ELBC in 2015. Meloshi used that platform to elevate himself to a bigger pedestal and became a household name in the Western cluster, eventually making him the president, the station manager of Puma FM. More of his profile will come out on tomorrow. Clarence Moliba, political leader of the Liberian National Union. He promised to have kept his campaign messages clean, which he did, not only becoming the youngest candidate in the race, but his messages were straight to the point. And like in Senegal, a 44-year-old is now president of Senegal. This man possesses a huge potential if he manages as well. For his role in the campaign, where he kept the message straight to the point, he was selected by the search committee to have him on. Clarence Jackson started as a rural broadcaster, a community radio announcer. Once upon a time, filed in for Truth FM and Independent Star Radio. Clarence worked with Radio Banga. Clarence graduated from the Cotton University, moved on to Monrovia to start a new life, and out of a sudden, Clarence is managing one of Liberia's best young radio station, OKFM, which he has brought additional value to. He deserves Momotani Colisaros. Momotani Colisaros chairs the Committee on Intelligence and Defense in the Liberian Senate. Under 90 days, the Senate pro tempore of the Senate, Nyombli Kanga Lawrence, graded his committee as the best performing, just under 90 days. That means Mr. Saros, as chair of the Committee on Defense and Intelligence, is leaving no stone unturned in ensuring that our territorial integrity and all security information are kept and processed and keeping the citizenry safe. Anthony Vaughan, a Liberian media veteran who started his journey from the Vonjama Regional Broadcasting Corporation, came down to Monrovia and became a household name for Radio Veritas, several times best newscasters at Radio Veritas. He went into private life, came back, and decided to volunteer at the Liberia Broadcasting System since 2015. Your humble servant was part of the recruitment of Mr. Vaughan, where he signed off to volunteer. Mr. Vaughan recently stepped down his voluntary role from the Liberia Broadcasting System and returned to private life. He deserves our honor. J. Cover Bien. J. Cover Bien left Truth FM just under 3 years ago. Before he left, he was the longest serving employee of Truth FM, a radio personality, a radio and programming expert, a trainer, a motivator, and the list goes on and on. He is currently managing a department at Lux FM, owned and operated by the University of Liberia. J. Cover Bien. As a matter of fact, it is Cover and myself that went on Johnson Street, found a taxi for Virginia. We got there and sat an interview. The recruitment team, led by Malcolm Joseph, including Francine Wooler, for Truth FM 2005. In September, this is the same Cover Bien. He deserves our honor. Jenna Pega. Jenna Passawe Pega is the longest serving employee of Truth FM. Even when we were being recruited, processed to be employed, Mrs. Pega was already employed as the HR. Mrs. Pega has worked for this station for 18 unbroken years. She deserves our honor and she still serves in the same capacity. James Kwabo, founder and CEO of the Alternative Youth Radio, Zaza Lofa County, the youngest radio station owner, who left out of Monrovia, went into hard-to-reach areas, and built himself a radio complex. James Kwabo is changing lives. In fact, he has added agro activities to radio broadcasting Alternative Youth Radio is now producing cabbage and other vegetables as part of reaching out to the young people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tatos Tukba. Tatos Tukba once upon a time signed off for Truth FM. Tatos was issued his ID card. We all work for Truth FM, but spelled a little time. That means you did not even stay up to a month. Tatos worked with ELBC, left and went into advocacy. Tatos founded and currently operates the Media A, a reputable media outlet, training, owning, and operating the Peter Kwekwe School of Journalism. Tatos is a competitor to us, but Tatos deserves to be honored, and he is on the list to be honored.
Yeah. Yeah. Madam.
George
Yeah.
George Sauer Stewart, a one-time television journalist with DC 101. George Stewart, a one-time advocate with the United Methodist Human Rights Watch. George Stewart has built himself into being one of Liberia's revered project proposal writer and facilitator. George Stewart is a partner to
Yeah.
this institution. Is a partner to the Advanced Media Consultancy. We use George facilitated a project proposal summit on 6 months ago where 53 of our compatriots were certificated and they are out there making business and winning contracts through project proposal courtesy to the Advanced Media Consultancy. Christiana Sewa Jimmy, last but not the least, is Liberia first and only managing editor of a newspaper. Female, let me put it that way. She came as an interim at Inquirer, as a co-reporter at Inquirer, and then later on grew herself into being a reporter, then editor, and after the death of one of the founder, Philip Wisser, the managing editor, the board of directors of the Inquirer or the New Era Publishing Company, owner of Inquirer, certified Christiana Sewa Jimmy as the managing editor of the Inquirer newspaper. Those are lists or names of those to be honored during the graduation ceremony of the Musa Ability School of Professional Journalism. 14 students, 8 students out of 14, 8 have been processed and found clear to graduate. They are the following: Daniel S. Soni, Kotu Cole, J. Fakbasmo, Patricia Bryan, Vesta C. Ter, Beatrice M. Bala, James Y. Bien, Frederica C. Hardy, and that is it. 8 out of 14. The 14 out for financial reasons, dropped or for academic reasons were denied. Some were denied from graduating. See you on the 19th in the training hall here at Truth FM on Friday at 10 o'clock, when we put these young people out. Most of them participated in the electoral coverage, and some of them are even making headways. For example, are making headways. Yeah, are making headways and are contributing immensely to the news and current affairs department of Truth FM. Okay, so here is one of our students, alumni, when he challenged the dreadful, the most intellectual, the intellectual chairman of the National Elections Commission.
That's the female general.
The female general. Mm-hmm. Listen to this one. Oh. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No. We're going to take this song. You see, if you don't move from here, we are doing equity business. I was very embarrassed. You
That
got no,
that David son there.
no, but the equity can.
That David son.
Okay.
You got it?
Eh?
Okay. Yes.
No,
No, that's
this is right.
yeah. So as yeah, just
Yeah.
try
So yeah, I'm trying to set it up.
yeah. So it's gonna be more detailed tomorrow coming up in the next coming days, and yeah.
And we need to say this. The profile just read here to you was ad-libbed.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we'll do the script word for word. This one we just ad-lib it.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's gonna be more
If
detailed.
if a journalist is not able to ad-lib, that means you go extempo
Yeah.
or you report without script. Then you're not journalist. It's a test. Those of you who sit down on public platform and call yourself we professional journalists when you are
So yeah, you pause there's something over there.
yeah, a pause.
Yeah.
This is one of our former graduate, let's say alumni.
Yeah.
Commission on October 10th, some of them were dropped, and it is widely speculated that they were dropped in order to recruit quote-unquote operatives of various political parties. And one of the in this process, the ECC in their report captured a electoral district number 4 in Nuba County, specifically the Dwelly Public School, where the VRO was caught allegedly voting multiple times. So you care to give us a reason why those names were dropped and those who were recruited, where were they taken from?
Let me go on your last information about a VRO being caught. I just hearing it from you. But if there's anything to go by, I'm sure it's going to reach the Elections Commission. With respect to dropping poll workers, I'm not sure that poll workers were dropped. But if for any reason they performed the 10th October and they didn't show up in the 14th November, then perhaps maybe something went wrong. I don't know. And what could have possibly been wrong? Maybe they didn't show up or they didn't perform well. Now, that part of your question where you say to recruit operatives, do you have proof for this thing that you're talking about?
That's what I said allegedly.
No, if you got proof for this thing you're talking, because it's serious, oh, this thing that you just said is very serious. And if we have to quote you, we'll be quoting you to the LMP.
That's what I said allegedly, Chairperson.
Now, just now before you were alleged.
No!
Because you know, hello.
Okay, so as part of our classroom training, we told our students not to be intimidated by the interviewer or the interviewee. And so many journalists have fallen into this one.
Yeah.
And in another case is where you allow the interviewee collect the microphone from you.
Mm-hmm.
It is not a transgression, but you should ask yourself why that happened. The reason why MBSPJ is different from other media schools because we have on hand practical materials. We conduct our classes outside of the radio station and we do our practical right in the radio station. What are you waiting for? That's what makes us happy.
No, I didn't say anything. I'm just looking at you. Why every time I look at you, you become very terrible.
Yeah, you're becoming intimidating to me, man.
Oh.
What happened? Yeah.
That's funny, you know. Okay, so
that's yeah, man. What happened now?
Look, sometimes I just want to focus and do the librarian for job, but you can't allow me.
No, but I'm looking
at you and you say, oh, so you don't want me to be looking at you again.
No,
you gotta say it. Why?
Yeah, but when you're looking at your boss's face is different. You don't stretch your eyes on me. I want you.
No, anyway, my eyes
you want answer from me. You want answer from me.
Oh, okay. So that is it. Thank you so much for all of the support. Giving to these young people who at the time very patient with them. Check up on them. If you want them to be, to work at a certain time because that's how you are brought up. That's how you were trained. You want them to be on time. You want them to ask, don't wait for people to call you and then you say, this is what you have to do. You always have to be on top of the game, asking what can I do, what beat can I cover, who can I assist. It helps you. Whatever you learn remains with you forever. So that's why we are just doing things. We are creating a platform where you can come, and I see more young people coming up to make make use of the opportunity. Take the 9 months where you just sit down, say nothing. You just home or doing stuff that doesn't even concern you. You are all around jumping beyond friends that at the end of the day you will not have anything of benefit. Why can't you use the time to come and learn? The last time I've been interacting with parents, they come here and they pay for their children. I mean, the money is not even anything. I can just go to town and use what you are paying for 3 months, get hair, get this and get that. That's almost like nothing. But it's actually you have to pay because we don't actually value free things. Sometimes in our country we feel like when it's too free, it doesn't have value. So we are calling on you, those of you who have registered, those of you who have expressed your intent. We want you to come on. We want you to come on and form part of the planning process. Yes, I cannot do all alone. You know, I got a lot of things on my table. I can't do all alone, and I want you to come on, join us. Let's have a wonderful time. Let's collaborate and ensure that we have a successful program. I'm supposed to open a chat and tell you what you're supposed to do, but I need you to reach out to me. I need you to reach out to me before today ends. Please try to reach out to me so we can put you in a group chat so we can start our planning process already. Yes, we started already. So, Mr. SELLEE, I want to say thank you. All jokes aside, on a serious note, I appreciate you so much for all of the support. And whenever I do this planning, and yeah, Chief, you have to do this, so you'll be like, yes, I'm willing, because you want to bring up more professionals. I was that day we were all monitoring when Cooper Saga had this interaction.
I was sitting in my seat. I said, my goodness.
Yes.
When you go to school, there are 3 groups of people you represent.
Yeah.
The school,
yes,
yourself,
and your family.
And your family, right?
Right. Yeah.
If Cooper had just stood right over and said, Madam Chairperson, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But he was taught.
Yeah.
That stand your ground and make sure you use or master the Queen's language. Besides that, the escape route. That is reportedly or allegedly.
Yeah.
Those 2 words, nobody can carry the code for them. Reportedly or allegedly. Yeah, so thank you. Even though she was so intellectual and a big general, a veteran general, but little Cooper left out, lip scarf, that mark on.
Madam Chairperson, I said I let you know. I said what Oma want to do. But Chief, before you, these names, our honorees, right? We're not asking you to bring envelope that in so doing. No, we're not asking you to bring envelope. These names that have been called, you can tell that they deserve it. They deserve to be honored. And we are going to do it, and we're not telling you, when you can't, then you get
No.
We're not asking for that. We want your presence will be highly appreciated. Yeah, so please come on, and it's going to be wonderful. It's open to the public. We're going to have more chairs in the hall. Please come and form part of this ceremony. It's going to be awesome. Our 8 students, we are proud of them. We are proud of Kowokotu. We are proud of Daniel Soni. We are proud of J. Fokwa Sumo. We are proud of Patricia Bryant. We are proud of Vestal Tear. We are proud of Beatrice Bala. Proud of James Bien, Federica. All of you, see you on Sunday at the Primal Mountain Ministries Incorporated, Rock Hill, where we will be to grace the occasion of marking the second Thanksgiving service. Yes, and we can't wait to be there. Chief.
Yeah, so
when you'll be leaving Bravo, I will talk about the last time the thing that happened. I'm talk.
No.
Okay,
let's take the journalist creed. Huh? Oh,
Yes. You see, you're welcome.
Current affairs, talkback radio, and journalism in general. All of this opened my eyes to the happenings in our world. I love being a journalist. It's a passion. It gives me a real sense of being, a way that I can help record history as a historical almanac and also help shape history. I was taught the old ways by an elderly Australian journalist whose name, for privacy reasons, cannot be divulged here. My grandparents, who raised me as a child, had a huge impact on the way I think, and knowing the importance of the important and finer things in life. They instilled in me a sense of responsibility, which has seen me in fine stead for all of these years. Nowadays, I read, listen, and watch the news and current events on TV and the internet, supplied by the mainstream media, and in some cases, I just shake my head in disbelief. I ask myself, why would a journalist ask such a disrespectful question, or intimate, by way of a throwaway statement or remark, an untruth that is unfounded and in some cases completely false? I feel the real reason some journalists in the mainstream media conduct themselves in this manner is purely to grab an extra ratings point or to impress their gravely misguided news directors, but basically just to keep their job. How sad. Where did this all go wrong? You know, most mainstream media organizations do have a journalist code of ethics. Sadly, these simple rules and guidelines are sitting collecting dust in an archive box somewhere in a dark, damp abyss. Many years ago, I came across a document called the Journalist Creed. It's a very simple set of rules and guidelines that encompass what journalism is and how a journalist should conduct themselves. Sadly, few journalists in today's mainstream media come close to the principles of this creed. A little history. The Journalist Creed was written by the first dean of the Missouri School of Journalism, a gentleman by the name of Walter Williams. Now, more than 1 century later, his declaration remains one of the clearest statements of the principles, values, and standards of journalism throughout the world. Plaques bearing the creed are on display at the Missouri School of Journalism, the National Press Club in Washington, D.C. since 1958, and very many other locations around the world. Now, if you've never heard it, nor seen it, here it is. The Journalist Creed. I believe in the profession of journalism. I believe that the public journal is a public trust, that all connected with it are, to the full measure of their responsibilities, trustees for the public. That acceptance of a lesser service than the public service is a betrayal of trust. I believe that clear thinking and clear statement, accuracy and fairness are fundamental to journalism. I believe that a journalist should write only what they hold in their hearts to be true. I believe that suppression of news for any consideration other than the welfare of society is indefensible. I believe that no one should write as a journalist what he would not say as a gentleman, that bribery by one's own pocketbook is as much to be avoided as bribery by the pocketbook of another, that individual responsibility may not be escaped by pleading another's instruction or another's dividends. I believe that advertising, news, and editorial columns should alike serve the best interests of the reader, that a single standard of helpful truth and cleanness should prevail for all, that the supreme test of good journalism is the measure of its public service. I believe that journalism that succeeds best and deserves success, fears God and honors man, is stoutly independent, unmoved by pride, opinion, or greed of power, constructive, tolerant but never careless, self-controlled, patient, always respectful of its readers but never unafraid, is quickly indignant at injustice, is unswayed by the appeal of privilege or the clamour of the mob, seeks to give every man a chance and, as far as law and honest wage and recognition of human brotherhood can make it so, an equal chance, is profoundly patriotic,
while sincerely promoting international goodwill and cementing worldwide comradeship. This is a journalism of humanity, of and for today's world.
The Armed Forces Today, A Force for Good, is a 45-minute radio and online presentation which brings the Armed Forces of Liberia closer to the public. It gives an in-depth analysis of activities and issues of the Armed Forces of Liberia as an undisputed force for good. This informative and educative presentation will be held once a week with a repeat on various radio and online stations. We will be your hosts, Major Stephen Tota and Major Eldorado Nyanti Jebo. Coming soon, Armed Forces Today, A Force for Good. Don't miss out.
Reactor, fast speed internet, and affordable data pack. No excuse to not get one router in my house. Yeah, let me run 9 to 4 for me and the family.
Get your own internet router from any Orange store or POS around the country and enjoy affordable data packs that start from $9 for 2 gigabytes valid 30 days to $59 for 125 gigabytes valid 30 days. There's a pack for everyone. Enjoy using the fastest speed internet. Brings you closer to what matters. Orange.
You care to comment on this?
We don't worry about it. Your data connection. Oh, there's a package for me. There's a package for you. There's a package for everyone. Smooth and fair. I can reach out my West and enjoy with confidence.
To activate, dial star 888 hash or subscribe via our Orange app. $1 gives you on net calls and 5 minutes off net calls with a 500 megabytes of data. Valid 24 hours. Enjoy using the best mobile network certified by Ookla second time in a row. Visit our website www.orange.com.lr or call 111 for more information. Brings you closer to what matters. Orange.
Reactor, fast speed internet, and affordable data pack. No excuse to not get one router in my house. Yeah, let me run 9 to 4 for me and the family.
Get your own internet router from any Orange store or POS around the country and enjoy affordable data packs that start from $9 gigabytes valid 30 days to $59 for 125 gigabytes valid 30 days. There's a pack for everyone. Enjoy using the fastest speed internet. Brings you closer to what matters. Orange.
No need to spend plenty of money on traditional septic tank that has lot of different challenges. Biodigester septic tank is the best modern solution for all waste management. One biodigester septic tank can serve you for more than 25 years with no problem. Chief Construction Company of Africa Incorporated also give 1 to 2 years period of free maintenance. Additional services include building construction, electrical wiring, plumbing, OPCD and sculpture, and many others. For more details, visit Children's office at Covenant Builders Campus, Vocal Mission, Kingsville, Liberia, or call 0776 454130, 0776 454130, or 080984569. Or you can visit our Facebook page, Children's Construction Company of Africa Incorporated. Children, your trusted partner for all construction needs.
Okay, so welcome back after the long break. So leading to 4 o'clock, as I said, we will go on the line. Evelyn Sigrid Bade, or Bade Sigrid, sorry, will give us her experience in the Paris courtroom during the war crime trial of Kuti Kamara. And yeah, so, but before that time, I'd like to tell you a little bit of what happened in the Senate chamber on yesterday. The House of Representatives signed onto a resolution requesting the establishment of a War and Economic Crimes Court. There's 5 weeks ago, and sent it to the Senate wing to be concur, or to concur, for the Senate to concur. And it has been languishing in the Senate, maybe because of consultations and other legal ramifications being tested and stuff like that. And then, at long last, the Senate signed on at least 27 out of 30. But there's something, in my opinion, that the Senate did not manage their own public relations I'd like to talk about. The Senate had been waited for, like I said, for over 5 weeks. And of course, we know Mr. Allen White had been in town, meeting with civil society organizations, and on the good side of it, Mr. White dreams of having a War and Economic Crimes Court established for Liberia is nearing to fruition. But this is what we have to say. Why, in my opinion, the only day the Senate signed overwhelmingly was the day Allen White was in session and giving seat. The availability of seat in the Senate, in the chamber or in the gallery, sitting exclusively, signals that the leadership of the Senate might have been expecting Mr. White in the chamber. And then video and photos all on social media can show senators signing on, and one of the president the video picked up well is Prince Johnson. You see some of the senators signing through still photo. All over the social media. So the argument here, and like we've always done on this platform, the argument is why the Senate chose to act on an instrument overwhelmingly, or the way they acted upon, only when Mr. White was in session. In my opinion, and I'm speaking from the public relations point of view, the Senate did not manage its public relation, in my opinion, and it even further questions the Senate's independence in taking decisions. Political pundits or commentators are believing that this man's presence in the chamber serves as a pressure on our elders to do what they have been doing, what they have been reviewing meticulously, but had to do it on the day Mr. White is in session. In my opinion, it was not a rush. You got Tuesday and Thursday. Pretend, come on, play the game. Mr. White, yeah, deliberate normally. Deliberate normally. On national issues, of course, this is a national issue. and deliberately leave out this signing ceremony. And this would have helped. This would have helped in the demonstration of the independent nature of the Liberian Senate. It is simple. Let me put it this way. A child that doesn't like to study at all is always on the dining table in the evening, pretending to study, but not studying. And mommy or daddy just pass by and go to sit down to watch this child. And eventually he takes the paper and start behaving like he reading John Kaiser was a Bassa chief, or attempting to derive at a quadratic equation formula or equation through the formula. You know what that shows to the parent? Man, that child is not independent. It's not studying. It is your presence that's causing it. By the time you leave, yeah, Mr. Wise, a global, I've just been trying to read his profile. He's a global figure. He's well known in Sierra Leone, the creation of the Sierra Leone World Crime Court. He's an opinion. He's an expert. He walks through the power of corridor in Washington, D.C. And he's not someone to mess with. This man is protected by the world's strongest country. But hey, whosoever we were pretending or afraid of would never have held us down if we decided to skip the signing on yesterday when Mr. White was in chamber. That is the point I'm trying to. And the Senate will have to live with this for a very long time for it to appear like it is his presence that caused the signing. When you had this thing over 5 weeks, you didn't act on it. If you acted on it, it was not public. And the day you acted on it, this man who pushing for the establishment of War Crime Court is in section, having kept it for 5-6 weeks, it is today you are signing it in his presence. So, in my opinion, the Senate failed on its PR there, right there. No, you could say yes, Liberia. By the time they talk, they finish it. There's that. Hey, but and that's how it will appear that you were pressured. You were pressured. And this is the second time when the Senate elected Prince Johnson as chair on defense and intelligence. The United States Embassy near Monrovia issued a statement expressing frustration or disappointment over the election of Senator Johnson. In a week's time, the Senate overturned. The Senate overturned, and the Lofa County Senator Steve Zago was given it on silver platter. Again, that is another demonstration of not maintaining your independence. Yeah, we live in a community of nations. We as student of history, yes, no one detaches himself or herself from the reality in the Committee of Nations. But sometimes it is good to just tell the very people that yes, we will do this one, but this is how it's going to be done. Of course, even though they say we are not an island, or they have powers, world power, this, that, we all are equally represented at the United Nations. Evelyn, what's up? So, Mr. White was present yesterday. And here we go. I hope I'm making sense. And as long as I'm holding my citizenship, which is inalienable to me, I didn't naturalize. As long as I keep holding it, and you know there's only death, I can never turn down my citizenship. As long as I have that right, not a privilege, we will go and we will make some of these analysis or comments when we see that our elders might have a little bit mismanaged the public relation. That's how State of the Nation sees it. Why I say State of the Nation, you looking at me?
Yeah, you get it.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's it. That how we see you.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Why we
were put on pressure?
Yeah, that's how it appears.
Yeah.
While we await, while we process Evelyn to come on.
Yeah.
That's how we see it. If you wanted to sign the instrument yesterday, or you want to sign it like the way it was signed overwhelmingly, it should have been done on one of these days when Mr. Allen was not in section. Anyway, let's leave from here. Go to Evelyn. Evelyn is fresh from Paris, France, where she covered the war crime trial of a notorious Liberian warlord, Kute. Evelyn, good afternoon. Welcome back to Liberia.
Good afternoon, Grace. Good afternoon, everyone.
And I must tell you, your time spent equally kept us busy here. We had to download audios. We had to write scripts.
No, just a girl.
Yeah, man.
Just a girl and a boy.
Man, you got my email, my inbox inundated with audios and scripts all over the place, man. But it's good that we work together to bring back to Liberian people information that were being processed within the courtroom in Paris. Tell us, how did it go? Where were the victims, and how did they get to Paris? The conviction for the second time. Tell us a little bit about it since we were not there and we could only hear the audio.
Okay. Thank you for having me. So it was a long process. It was hectic. Getting up early, going to bed late, too many work to do, audio, print, story at the same time. And first of all, I would say sorry to you and Micah, TV, and the rest of the other media whose emails got flooded with too many reports. And thank you too for serving Liberia. So it was almost a 4-week trial that started on March 5th, the 5th of March, March 5th. And the victims and survivors some of them were from the county. Let me just register that there were 22 witnesses in that trial that appealed. There were 22. And among the 22, some of them came from FOIA. So during his previous conviction, the first trial in 2022, there were 9 victims and survivors who came from FOIA Lofa County. And they went to France where they testified in the first case. When they got back, actually like a few months after, one of those victims died. So those that still alive went back again to Paris to testify. You remember that when Kamara was convicted and sentenced to life in prison, under the French law, they also abolished this death squad killing people, right? But on the
Death,
French,
death
on the
penalty,
French
death
jurisdiction,
penalty. You
yeah,
mean
yeah,
death
on the
penalty?
French jurisdiction, a life sentence is equivalent to 30 years.
Okay.
Yeah, so I saw some media carrying that, oh, they reduced the sentence, and it was never, it's still the same, like 30 years in prison, according to their standard. So those victims who went there 2022 were the very victims and survivors who testified in this appeal. Under French jurisdiction, you can take a person accused of committing a crime, whether war atrocities or whatever crime, just like our Liberian law, you can take an appeal. If you think that the previous conviction or verdict you don't agree with it, because he denied all charges initially on 11 counts, he said he wasn't guilty. He's been lied on, and he even said that the witnesses have been coached. The accused, he and fellow allies, like Abi Kusha, who was sentenced in Switzerland, they've had this allegation against the international organization Civitas Massima that has been working with Liberian victims of the war and other survivors to file their cases against these warlords in Europe, America, and the West. So he and Kosha as well have been accusing Civitas Global Justice and Research Project that they're a group of criminals. So he took an appeal, and still that verdict was still upheld on complexity of crimes and crimes against humanity. So just to answer the first question.
Okay. So, was there any point in time that I know the victim will know the perpetrator, obviously? Did he recognize any of those serving as victims or survivor, and sometimes rebutted, or denied their claims of mayhem? Did he recognize any of them?
Kamara, whether he
Yes,
recognized them?
yes.
Yeah, so there were some dramatic scenes in the court where at some point of the witness's testimony, the judge there, the president of the court, will ask Kamara or sometimes ask the victim to turn because he was in a protective glass box where he was being guided by French police. So they would turn and ask, is that the country Kamara talking about? He will say yes. And after all of the witnesses' claim or testimony, the court will always give him time to respond. Throughout those weeks of trial, Kamara said he did not know those victims. They were lying on him. You don't even know the instances they were talking about.
Okay, so you as a journalist, were you at any point in time, did you at any point in time go to FOIA to hear some of the accusations levied against this man, and then onward to Paris? Did you ever go to FOIA?
Yeah, sure. I was in FOIA. I did, even during the Kosha's trial in Switzerland. I went to FOIA Lofa County. And some of those victims that were in the court, I met them in Lofa. I've been to FOIA not once, not twice. I met some of those survivors.
What was his countenance like when the final moment came that he would be eventually convicted and placed behind bars for 30 years, which is equivalent to life imprisonment under French jurisprudence?
He appeared really normal, and that, I would say, remember during previous hearings, during the course of the weeks during the trial or during the appeal hearing, they had two psychologists and two psychiatrists, that's a 4 in total, who the court invited to come and say, based on our investigation and research with the convict about his physical well-being, his mental ability, and psychologically whether everything was okay. And they presented their findings to the court that with that investigation, that interaction with Kamara, he's somebody who was fewer in his words, very few in his words, being very careful of what he said. And during a previous investigation, he really did not talk much of his involvement with the war. Apparently drawing his own cycle around, but would say how his parents died, his parents were killed, and that made him to join the war. They wanted to fight for his religion, they wanted to practice that religion, and they wanted to protect their people. But on the day of the conviction, he was normal. it was normal. And one thing that stood between the different psychologists' report is that one person said they did not see him being emotional about those things that people were saying. They did not see any sign of regret based on that research and interaction with him. So he was saying normal, but after the verdict, we could see his defense lawyers went to him to the glass door, were whispering and talking in motor, and he was nodding his head. But in Africa, they said men don't cry.
Apparently, the lawyers were saying, "Well, that's it. You have to accept it and live by it."
Yeah, but we actually could not hear what they were
Yeah, I
saying.
know. We just insinuating. Yeah, we just insinuating. But Evelyn, Kosian is in Switzerland. Coty is in France. Django Jabbar is in the United States. And here on the ground, before I even go to come to Liberia, did you always see him in handcuff whenever he was coming to court, or maybe sealed up in a protective carrier?
Yes. So what happened is that every day of the trial, they would have him escorted with, by police officers, French police officers, who would bring him into the courtroom with handcuff, and then when he's into the glass, the protective glass, they will remove the handcuff, but police officers are in the box with him. After the hearing, or after the day ends, then sorry about that. He gets handcuffed again and carried back into his protective or in his, wherever they hide him. Sorry, until the day end, but he was always on handcuff whenever he was being escorted into the courtroom.
Was there were any family members there for him?
No family member of his was in the court, but they had one or two who testified from here via the video link. So he was not like immediate family or biological. One former commander of Unigo, by the name of Fambo, he told the court that Kamara is like a brother to him because they were trying to establish this whole issue about his age. Remember, there were two major Kamara lawyers at the time. One was that Kamara was underage when he took part in the war in Lofa. Two was that Kamara, the statute of limitations under French law is not permissible for their client to be prosecuted. So those were the two arguments. So Fambo, former commander Fambo, had to talk about what he knew about Kamara, where he was born, or when they started fighting war. Instead, from our analysis, his testimony even further hurt Kamara's case than helping him.
Yeah, you reported that he was given conflicting age arrangement.
Yeah, because Kamara had earlier told the court in France that even during the first trial that he was a battlefront commander, and at some point taking an appeal of his age, even when he was in asylum in Holland, his age on the document said he was born December 1, 1974, which meant that by 1993 he was 15 years old.
That was conflict,
so
yes.
That particular, defense was what defeated by the prosecution.
Okay, so let me come to the question I was planning to ask. Corsia is being held in Switzerland. Coty is in France. Django Jabbar is being held in the United States, all for war crimes against humanity. And not committed in any of those countries, committed in West Africa, Liberia, their home countries. Already, the House of Representatives or the Senate has concurred with the House of Representatives in signing a resolution declaring an intent to establish a war and economic crime court in Liberia. From your experience, you think it's possible? These are just three men on the ground. There are dozens of them that could be held, and you think like Coty had a fair trial? You think those held or will be held here will have fair trial as well?
So the first question, whether Coty had a fair trial, when I spoke with the lawyer representing the civil parties, under the French structure, you have the prosecutor, you have the judges, you have the defense lawyer, then you have the lawyer for the civilian or survivors. So at the end of the verdict, she said that she thinks finally survivors and victims have found justice. And the fact that Kamara was heard, there were other witnesses who came to testify on his behalf, the due process, due diligence, where even to the extent they had to call former TRC's commissioners, journalists who document the atrocities during the war. You remember? Sorry, there's this documentary of the Liberian war that's so horrible. So the journalists who produced those documentaries, the two of them were also in the court. So they went as far back as even playing videos from the TRC process, where one other Liberian victim who also called the name of Koti Kamara and said Kamara did this and did that. So it was a fair process. It was a fair process. And then coming to the question of whether this TRC would be fair,
again, war crime court, not a TRC. Yeah.
If it is established,
yeah,
Liberians are hoping it will be, because all of the things that will be needed, strong justice system, again, and who are those that will serve. So it's not a quick fixed answer to say yes or no.
Okay.
It depends on the elements that will make up this entire code, where the lawyers, I know there's been this whole push of having Liberian lawyers, and on the other hand, the push for international experts to also form a part of this. But just to give a clear yes or no, it'll be difficult to say, but Liberians have asked for this. The TRC report asked for it.
Okay, before you go, I got a video here from Radio France, France 24 English channel, but I want to play. It summarizes the conviction. But let me ask this question: did you see any Liberian lawyer in the courtroom or government of Liberia representative?
No, I didn't see.
Okay, Evelyn, you are an asset to State of the Nation, and I want to believe other media outlets as well. Thank you so much. We're happy that you return home. Welcome back home. And then let's begin. You promised the short plane ticket, right?
Yeah. Welcome back, Jessica. Edie. Welcome back. Congratulations.
Thank you for serving the nation.
Yeah, we are proud of you.
I just want to make a disclaimer. So I was just doing my job.
Okay.
Reporting like the journalism creed that you played.
Yeah.
When every other party, every side was doing reporting, and the prosecution lawyers, the place where witnesses were inconsistent with this and time, because some of them said it was 30 years on, it's 30 years on now from 1994 to 2024. They forgot some of those scenarios, and even the inconsistency. There were in past trial, during the first trial, where some of these victims were given pictures, like a number of people on the picture, and say identify Kamara. Some of them missing, but in real life, they said when you see, they recognize they have people on pictures. So all these things will inflect.
Okay.
Just so people know. Yeah.
All right. So where is he now? He's in prison now in Paris or what?
He's continuing his sentence.
In Paris or Marseille or Lyon, where?
I'm not sure the minister, but he's continuing his sentence in France.
Okay. Let God be with him. Thank you so much, Evelyn. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. So,
thank you.
Yeah, it's France 24 English channel.
During Liberia's first civil war more than 25 years ago. After a grueling 3-week trial, a guilty verdict and a life sentence handed to the former regional rebel commander. For the prosecution, this end marked a sigh of relief for his victims.
The plaintiffs, the 9 Liberian plaintiffs, and Civitas Maximus came, were heard at length. This trial was a hope for the victims of this civil war. This was heard by the court, and in that sense, it is a satisfactory decision.
At the center of the trial were Kamara's crimes dating back to 1993 and 1994, during his role as the regional commander to the United Liberation Movement Liberia for Democracy, an armed group opposed to former President Charles Taylor. The court found him guilty of crimes against civilians as well as complicity in massive and systematic torture and inhumane acts. These include the rape by soldiers under his command of 2 teenage girls. He also reportedly ate the heart of a teacher. Kamara is just one of a few, including ex-President Charles Taylor, to have been convicted over atrocities from Liberia's civil wars. Rights groups say Wednesday's verdict gives hope that others could be put on trial.
It sends a very strong message that perpetrators of atrocities can face justice, even years after they have committed their crimes.
250,000 people were killed during Liberia's back-to-back civil conflicts from 1989 to 2003.
Okay, so France 24 English channel summarizing the court trial of Koti Kamara being held in prison for 30 years, for 30 years, and you heard from a Liberian journalist, Evelyn Padesigbe, just returned from France and covered the entire trial in the courtroom, and you heard her tell you the side that she saw. So, in Liberia, yesterday, coincidentally, the Senate signed on a resolution to concur with the lower house, signaling a process leading to the establishment of a War and Economic Crimes Court. A legal luminary, Councillor Augustine Toh, welcomed the intent to establish the court, but said, why a resolution instead of a draft act to be deliberated upon? He terms it as a waste of time, since, in fact, we all know that resolutions are not binding. Senator Edwin Snow said if he had known that Allen Webb was in the chamber yesterday, he wouldn't have signed and challenged America to place sanction on him, describing America as not a good friend to Liberia. The court, on the other hand, agreed with the Senate and said 1,000 miles begin with one step, beginning with a step. But Attorney at Law George Sylvester Mulba agreed with his colleague of the National Bar Association, Councillor Toh, said the resolution is a sign of waste of time, and if, according to Attorney George Mulba, if you were in the legislature, you wouldn't have signed onto a resolution, but we push for a draft act to be deliberated, passed upon, and sent to the executive mansion for signing into law and then printed into handbills, thereby signaling the establishment of a War and Economic Crimes Court through legislation. It is your time. What are you making of the current deliberation, threatening issues by country? Some people call it a distraction to Joseph Yima Boakari's administration. Some said, no, you don't have to worry. Uncle Sam is going to pay the bucks for justice. So, we will take calls. It's not easy. Yes, State of the Nation will set the agenda and then you discuss as you will do it. Speaking truth to power, but it has to be with civility. The rule of engagement. The rule of engagement. And here we open the lines now. But first, this musical break. Lucky Dube said, if you stand for justice, you stand alone. So Magdalene is processing. While she bringing the phones and activating the phones, let's take this musical break to be right back.
You gotta know as long as I touch for a while. I swear to tell the truth, nothing but the truth. Don't hurt me, it's not hard to let go tonight. These are the words we use to get situations. Then I wonder why you don't mean what we say.
The terrible truth about the truth. Prince Johnson signing on yesterday stated these words. I want the economic crimes court because I want to know what happened to my people in the Lutheran Church, Greystone, the UN compound. So what happened to my people in Nimba? So let's begin taking the calls right now on State of the Nation as we prepare to hear this caller. Hartford, hello? Hello? Hartford, hello? Hartford, are you there?
Hello? Okay, let's take another call.
No, take the call.
Okay. So 0777253819 is the number to call. Yeah. Hello?
Hello, Chris, and hello, Madeline.
Yes, sir.
You're right. Chris, you struck a great idea and a great point. This country, we can continue to serve as puppets to the United States government. We are sovereign state for that man to come and sit in our the House of Elder and form part of high decision, important decision. It was like the honor pressure, the honor duress to do it because he hears who will do it. That is not good. A single man will put pressure, bring duress upon eligible men that will not ask you to go out. Which one of the senators can do that?
Just say elders.
So you believe, you want to believe like other commentators that it appears like the senators were honor durex. They signed honor durex.
That's what it appears to be, and I want to believe it because he has no right to be there.
No, you got the right to listen. Listen, it's not no right. It's a privilege, but it is legislative. It is parliamentary. As a guest, oh, of course, the man giving he was giving seat. He said, was he invited?
So can produce the copy that invited him?
Well, she's not going to produce it to you. As a matter of fact, yeah, you are a Liberian, but she's answerable to the Senate body. If the mayor was never invited, how come he was given seat and sitting exclusively from those who were in the?
Can she, as spoken, go to the Parliament of the United States?
No, the Congress, not Parliament, the Congress.
The Congress and be a part of the decision making and sit there? They say no, you have to wait. They give to us, you have to wait. So they should not be doing this kind of thing. Wherever speak,
all right.
Speak concerning the gentleman have to change.
Thank you. Let me take the next call. Hello. Yes, Mr. Lake, how are you? Okay.
We don't seem to appreciate the kind of help that America is offering us. We have been helped by this country so much. Our legal system is just about designed by the United States Congress. here we are going through this terrible time that we need to solve these terrible issues that we're facing, and people complaining about Mr. White.
So, Mr. Lake, you think let's connect the dots.
Sure.
This instrument has been with the Senate for over five weeks.
Right.
It was never signed overwhelmingly as they did yesterday. Right. Yesterday, Mr. Allen was in the chamber. I'm saying public relation wise, the Senate did not manage its own public relation. It will appear like it is this man's president that made them to sign.
All right. We have been talking about this forever. We want dual crime court or economic crime court. Mr. White's presence over there, it was a little fire on the turtle's back. I think it's fine. It's fine. We need to move our country. I don't understand why everything that we're supposed to be dealing with in the direction where we need to be going. People tend to not understand why we go in that direction. They want it, they don't want it. Okay? How are we going to move our country forward if we don't solve this issue here? That so many people are burning from the inside out. Look what happened over there in France. I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday. The decision that was made, you just had that lady on. It is so important for us to do our own work too, but with a little help from out there because we don't have the expertise like those people do. Let us use the United States to an extent where we can be able to move our country in a direction so people cannot go on killing our people, our sisters, our brothers, our mothers, our fathers, anytime they want to. If this doesn't happen right now, Chris, you can only imagine the amount of people that will go to bed.
Okay.
Almost want to commit suicide.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
for taking my call.
Mr. Lake.
Yeah, let me take. Yeah, hello?
Madeline, good afternoon.
Yes, sir.
Let me say a pleasant good afternoon to Uncle Chris. I joined a discussion from District 2. Okay.
No,
Uncle Chris, let us be very clear with this issue here. Like I listened to some of the scholars on the show this morning, the True Breakfast Show, saying that the presence of Ireland right at the level of the Senate, some level of, duress to our senators for them to take the signature document. Now, the first and foremost thing on yesterday, the session was an open session. That implies that anyone who visits that particular section and witness whatever unfolding that was going on at that section, it was an open session. And prior to yesterday, when most of our senators had taken their signature to that document, I don't know. Honorable the senator for my Guinea County, what's his name? Nathaniel McGill said that both of the senators, 95% of the senators, they were not resolved to take their signature for that particular resolution. It was only about them going back to section and to do the needful. So it's really asking Uncle Chris, I think the section take the signature to that document. The person gives only like people because we are like we are on the back of our representatives on a daily basis. We are on the back of our senators on a daily basis. And see that it is only sharing not to take their signature to that particular document. So there was nothing like people were under duress on the presence of Ireland White. If people should term it as placing our senators under duress, then the senators were under duress from the people because we are the ones pressurizing them and we will not rest until we ensure that this particular food is established in our country. Thank you for having me.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir?
Yeah, caller on this side, just hold on. Yeah, let's take the other one. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, and I joined the conversation from Wake Up Community.
Yes,
Let me appreciate you very much for the point, current point. For the issue of Iron White, first and foremost, it was an open session. That means it was open to public. So once it is open to public, you want to be telling me you work with you black man.
No, don't sign. Don't make us look like we're racist. What we're saying is that, and I keep repeating myself, and I think you understand, except that you want to play the game. I'm saying this resolution has been sent to the Senate for the past 5 weeks. They've been having it. They've been having open sessions. Coincidentally, the day Allen appears in session, the day they are signing with high speed.
So I mean, I think that's what draws the public attention. And besides that, somebody said about what we in committee room. So I think what it's not matter of I don't work present in the team or in the
Okay, all right. Thank you so much. Let's take more calls from our end. This one is trouble.
Yeah. Hello.
Yes. Good evening, Magdalene and Uncle Chris.
Yes, sir. Yeah, Patrick, you can do this. Get away from your monitor, man.
Yes, I'm up.
Okay.
Thank you. So I think if the pressure on yesterday was mounted on our lawmaker by Mr. White, I think it's in the best interest of the people of Liberia. You know, people are like complaining that Liberia is a sovereign state.
So Patrick.
Yes, sir.
So now we get into a logical conclusion. You agree that it was a pressure mounted yesterday. That what led to the signing.
For me, I do not agree that it was a pressure.
But you just said it. We get you recorded.
Yeah, you recorded for play before the show ends.
I said that it was a pressure yesterday. Then it is in the best interest of the people of Liberia. But I'm not saying it was a pressure from him. But I'm saying people think, because somebody said Liberia is a southern state. And Liberia is a southern state right there. But we have a situation.
Patrick, you have to go back.
Patrick, always putting $25 on the phone.
Patrick Bella is one of our alumnus, right?
Yeah.
Alumnus? Yeah. Okay. Hello?
Hello? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Chris, how you doing? Masagi, this is Tapper. I'm a Tapper.
You're on a recruitment against P. Lover.
Yeah, my dear brother. Man, I'm very brother.
Let's hear you.
Yeah, you know, Chris, to be frank, they were never under pressure yesterday. I didn't never asked Craig Johnson. Craig Johnson signed that document yesterday. They were never under pressure yesterday. Snow spoke. Mine yesterday was never under pressure. But the fact is, when you push something to a logical conclusion, you have to push it to the end. And that's why Mr. White, when he heard that the Senate were discussing finally the bill, he decided to be there to witness the final decision of the House of Senate. So I think it was when the House of Senate invited him to witness the discussion or the debate. So it was never under pressure. So spoke him out yesterday, and in fact, he was in the video. He put two ladies behind him, saying, "If this wants me to go on session 2, I'm going to go on session, but the great America not even treating us fairly." So I don't think they were under pressure. They did it with their word mind. The only thing I think, like you said, will the process start? Where will the fund comes from? It is from the Liberian people. People will say, yes, we have money enough to start that process. Because when one man was steal 100,000, 200,000, why can't us use that 200,000, 300,000 for the sake of the Liberian people? So I don't think we should be worried over when we start, how we start. Now just once we start the process, the issue, the work economic code, let us now our partners for their own support. That's all.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for placing your call. Hello.
Magdalene?
Yes, sir. Yeah, good, Chief.
Thank you. Let me say good afternoon to Chris. This is Pascal Davis from District 6. Liberia is interesting. So, when our lawmakers make a decision, they assume, the public assume that those decisions, even on the national budget, is being influenced, mainly like US. When laws are passed, when concessions agreements are signed, we assume that lawmakers were induced either or they were being influenced. Today, they're saying our lawmakers, especially the House of Senate, were not being pressured. Here we do. The problem of this war crime code has always been adding white. We listen to the protest who said she has not even seen adding white. She did not invite adding white. In fact, there has been no invitation for adding white. Our brothers are saying the Senate took a decision now under pressure, but I call that pressure. It is a technical pressure. It might not be a financial inducement, but we know that in some nation like Liberia, as important as the worker is to everybody, as important as the worker code or the economic code is important to everybody, do we have to see adding white before senators can sign in a juvenile move? Do we have to see a white man, an American man, before decisions are taken? Or somebody call and say it was not a pressure, they took a decision in the interest of people. Of course, yes. They've always taken a decision in the interest of the people. That's why we are asking the question. Somebody said we're about to get the bus from the US government. If it is on that basis, that because we want to see a developed country, without the world power, economic power being established, Liberia cannot really progress in innovation. It is on that basis that people are signing not only to bring the perpetrator of the war crime, the war to book or to justice.
Okay.
We want to see a flourishing Liberia, so we have to sign the war crime code. But let me end on this note.
Okay.
Look, I want to conclude. I know Chris will agree with me. We solely don't really need 100% America into what we do. If we are serious group of individuals, we are a very serious country. Who told you America doesn't even need us? Who told you America can operate if you don't get the partners of the country? Who told you? Why are we always living in that kind of illusion? We always feel that it is on America. No, America even near us as we need them. Because that's the reason why no country is solely independent. We are interdependent. They need us as we also need them. But what happened on yesterday? For the women to be seated in the house of error, and senators are finally, it doesn't call for welfare independence. I see that some migrate to our country while we all work on the established work crime code. I think the legislature, especially the House of Senate, they didn't do too well. I want you to play to the protest as to what Mr. White, but she said she hasn't seen Mr. White. I don't know as to what Chris can join me to say we agree with what she said.
Why are you looking for support from me? Why are you looking for support from me, Pascal?
Well, because you are a veteran journalist. For me, not just with you over there.
Yeah, so no, but a veteran journalist will not. A veteran, being veteran doesn't mean you should agree with everybody. So
especially Pascal.
Especially
Pascal is soliciting support.
Especially this Pascal David. No,
yeah, this Pascal.
I don't agree with you. Yeah. Let me issue that disclaimer.
Oh, that was on my ear. Hello.
Sorry, Madeline. Let me say sorry to you, Chris.
Chief, how you doing?
This is Daniel Johnson from Abel Firestone.
Okay.
Let me appreciate you, Chris, for always bringing interesting discussion to the disco. But respectfully, let me disagree with my own big brother Chris that our senator was not on a dress. And reason is, I can recall the next day before the action, which was on Monday, we saw video and that photo from the Senator Nyonglikana Lawrence, with other senators trooping in her office signing on a document. And she posted it, she said tomorrow there will be a major decision at the House of Senate on the issue of the war crime code. And in fact, if you read that whole post logically and carefully, They were telling you that you were even extending invitation to the public. So now it was a complete public hearing. I think where we have been one of those being advocating for the work camp, he saw it as an opportunity to go and watch the decision that will be taken. Now, if anyone said that this decision of the senator, they were honored jurors, one way or the other, I will say yes, they were honored jurors from the CTC, the Liberian people, but not from anywhere. You know, from the whole initial state of the whole thing, anywhere have been advocating, and our senator are not been honored jurors in our party during President Weah time. He was still forcing the thing. But our senator, our lawmakers, were not honored jurors because of anywhere they're not passing. In fact, I can recall that the resolution was even rejected by members of the 54 by them. So it is the way of the Liberian people. Our senator, they were, mind you, when the senator went on break, there were a couple of senators that are reaching out, a couple of lawmakers that are reaching out to the people, soliciting the people's view on the issue of the economic war crumple. And this has been the decision, this has been the quest of the people. So the senator acted in the interest of the people. They were not honored jurors, they served because the people wanted. And we are cautioning our government to see how best this thing can move on a smooth pace so that people who cause atrocity in this country, they can pay for their action. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Thank
Mr.
you,
Johnson.
Johnson.
Yeah.
How about
Hello.
we take two more?
Yes, sir.
Two more.
Yes, sir.
You know, people can be intimidated sometimes by that fear.
Yeah, my man, you got, Chief, you got it, the feedback, man. You can't step away from the monitor. It's disturbing. Well, just cut it off once and for all, please. Okay. Yeah, so you got remaining 30 seconds. Yes, sir.
So I mean, that they were under pressure by what they feel financial pressure that they need the money after all of they have the documentation for the president anywhere being in the house. I don't think that's how the law in this country yet. Why is right to be right? Why is going to be wrong? But being the president of somebody there, they want to change it. I mean, sometimes it's a big misfeeling. You get matching from when Johnny going as far as planning. I mean, if a person doesn't know what they're complaining about, I think it's still one point there. There's no go to start. I mean, it's really concerned. And we'll when I just do a mistake, something, but a lot of people I will try to put this country. I want to do my thing.
Okay, sir.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Too many questions still coming.
So you see how we set the agenda for discussion. It is important that we all form part of the discussion of our National Heritage Liberia. And thanks to all of you that participated. This is State of the Nation, a platform that encourages you to differ, but with a common denomination. And that denomination is Liberia. Liberia is bigger than each and every one of us. But all of us, Liberians, we are under constitutional duty to ensure that our country creates an enabling environment. Our government creates an enabling environment where all of us will do what you think you can do to develop your potential. We sign off this afternoon on State of the Nation and return tomorrow at 2:30 and with a lot of fascinating information coming on tomorrow. This platform on State of the Nation Youth Conversation once a month appears tomorrow for the month of April. We did the maiden edition in March, and the second edition is tomorrow.
Yes.
Please join us then, if you can, because it's going to unlock the doors about how we can go about developing the young people that constitute 60% of our national population. Maggie, thank you so much. We're signing off.
Yeah.
Okay. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow is April 11th, 2024. Let me close up by saying happy birthday to my brother and friend, Patrick Horner. Patrick is celebrating his birthday today. A commissioner designate and a battle commissioner designate of the Liberia Telecommunication Authority. Patrick, celebrate your day and enjoy it as usual.
And a happy belated to Madam SAAH Scott Johnson.
SAAH Scott was, yes, celebrated her golden jubilee yesterday, and wish you all the best. See you on tomorrow.